Hey everyone, welcome back to in this video, and in this video we're going to discuss about the Tech Mahindra interview preparation questions. I am going to discuss all about the Tech Mahindra normal, that is the ASE role interview questions, and as well as Tech Mahindra SUPERCODER interview preparation and questions. So whatever I am going to say in the Tech Mahindra ASE interview preparation is included in the Tech Mahindra SUPERCODER preparation. Okay, so Tech Mahindra ASE questions will be for Tech Mahindra ASE and SUPERCODER both. Tech Mahindra SUPERCODER interview aspirants also have to practice and know and have to prepare for the topics that are important for Tech Mahindra ASE. Along with that, they have to prepare some extra topics. I'm going to talk about those also. But before moving on, if you are new to our channel, make sure to click on the subscribe button, join our Telegram from the description box and link. And if you have any queries, you can ask in our Telegram or comment down, or you can join our WhatsApp channel as well. And don't forget to make sure to click on the bell icon after subscribing, because we post multiple hiring, onboarding, exam, interview related updates every day regularly. Don't forget to miss those out. So let's discuss in detail about Tech Mahindra SUPERCODER interview. So all of the things I am going to discuss in this video is important for Tech Mahindra SUPERCODER interview round. But if you are only appearing for Tech Mahindra ASE interview round, you have to prepare these things only. Okay, you can ignore the other things, but if you want to prepare, you can prepare the other things as well. That will only help you. Okay, so for SUPERCODER, all of these are important. Let's start. First of all, there will be your introduction. So you have to prepare an introduction in such a way so that you can control the flow of your interview. In the introduction itself, don't make it too long. Just tell the details about you which is relevant, like what college name, your degree, that is the domain name you can expect, like CSE, IT or electronics, whatever branch you are from, college. And also mention your CGPA if that's good, and if it's not that good, you can ignore the CGPA. And you can also add what is your favorite subjects, at least add 2 to 3, so that they can ask questions from those subjects. Suppose if you are not giving them any subject or anything, they can ask questions from anywhere. But if you are saying that my interest is on, don't say that I am good at. Okay, so then they will understand that if you are good at something, you want to get questions from that only. But you have to say that I am interested in this subject, so they will understand that you have interest, so they will try to ask questions, at least some of the questions from those. Like you can say I am interested in SQL or database management system, or you can say I'm interested in data structure or Java, like that. Okay, so after the introduction, prepare a brief introduction, then you have to go forward with the main important topics of any interview. Every interview will have questions from these things, that is SQL, OOPS concept, DBMS. These three things are very important for this service based companies interviews. So let's see one by one. First of all, for SQL, make sure you can write queries for basic levels, okay, up to sub queries and joins. You have to prepare writing queries up to that level. At least you have to learn the basics of SQL, how to write query. They might ask you, actually they might ask you to write a query. They will give some scenario and ask you to write a query, or what is the solution for that. They might ask you orally as well. So prepare SQL very well. You can check my playlist for SQL. That is the whole basic SQL is just done within 11 to 12 videos. You can watch that in 2 hours hardly and understand, and also you will be able to write basic queries after watching those. Next is going to be your OOPS concept. So make sure to prepare the OOPS concept, okay, the 4 pillars of OOPS, also all the other possible questions from OOPS very well. You can just search from YouTube or Google, wherever you can, and prepare OOPS interview questions. Basically the 4 pillars of OOPS, their real life example, their actual in like incorporate what you are going to use, where you are going to use them, both of those examples as well. And also related questions, friend class, friend function, abstract class, abstract function. Okay, what is virtual class, these basic things and questions from OOPS they're going to ask you. Okay, overloading, overriding, their differences, their classifications, okay, everything related to this. Next, move on to the DBMS. So database management concepts will be there. Acid properties is one of the important concepts. Then deadlock handling, what is deadlock and how to handle those transactions, okay. And also like serializability, these things are needed. You have to have clear concept about this, okay, especially if you are going for the super coder interview. Next is exception handling. Whatever object oriented programming language you have used or you know, you have to prepare exception handling, especially why or when you are going to use this try, catch, throw, or finally these blocks, okay, and you have to have a clear concept about this. Next will be project. Whatever project you have learned or whatever project you have mentioned in your resume, make sure to have clear idea about the project basics. For the ASE role and supercoder role both, you have to understand the basics of the project, what your project is doing, which part of the project, like which function is doing what work, okay, why you are using this particular technology or this particular coding language for your project, okay, these basic things you have to know about your project. Then basic questions on some basic questions about some Tech Mahindra company, like who is the current CEO, when was it formed, why you want to join Tech Mahindra, this type of basic questions you can expect. There will be searching and sorting type basic questions based on searching and sorting techniques, their time complexity, which one you use when, this type of things. Also DSA basic theory questions you can expect, like which DSA is linear, which is non-linear, this type of basic questions you can expect, or how to implement a stack using other DSA, like that, okay, these type of questions you can expect. Now let's move forward to the special things that only supercoder interview aspirants should prepare. If you are for a AC interview, if you are going for AC interview, you can ignore the next questions or next topics, but you can also prepare them. It will not harm you, it will only help you. If you are going for supercoder interview, you must understand and very well prepare these things as well, okay. This is going to be first of all basic coding questions, logics you have to understand. They might ask you to write coding questions, or they might ask you to just give the solution or just say the logic to them, okay, anything they can happen. They might ask you to write the whole code, or they might ask you to just give the logic. But the coding questions they are going to ask is not going to be very tough, okay, or very long. These are going to be short coding questions. Basically they are going to see what approach you are taking, what is the method, what is your thinking process, how your problem solving skills are. This type of questions you can expect. Next will be some DSA based questions, okay. Data structure you have to prepare very well, not in the product based companies interview level, okay. Just you have to understand what is the data structures basic concepts and how you can implement those, when you can implement which data structure. These things you have to understand, okay, for which scenario, or which problem you have to implement which data structure, like that. Next will be your project details. So whatever projects you have done in your fourth year or by personally, or whatever you have mentioned in your resume, you have to prepare this for details. So I have already talked about project earlier. Why I am talking about it again? There I have mentioned project basics, okay. For ASE role you can just do the project basics, but for the supercoder role you have to do the project in detail. You have to learn each and every function, why you are doing this, why, what line of code is doing what work, why you are using a particular line of code. So if you have copied your projects from somewhere, GitHub, YouTube, or anywhere else, it's fine. But as long as you have understood the code, as long as you have know which coding line is doing what and why you are doing that, you have to understand the concept of the detail of your project, okay. Also whatever certifications, if you have written anything in your resume, like in college or anything, you have done some certifications in Java or Python or some cyber security or anything, whatever you have done, if you have written this in your resume, only then you have to know all the concepts, all the basic concepts about that particular topic which you are claiming to have a certificate on, okay. And next will be, if you have mentioned any intensive experience and all, then also they will ask much more questions from that internship. So you have to be prepared for everything and anything what you have written in your resume and more. So I hope this clears all of your doubts about the supercoder interview experience and supercoder interview preparation strategy. You have to prepare all of this, okay. So go and keep preparing. If you have any questions, you can comment down.